Gambling really affects young people, like they get neglected, like less food in the cupboards, less excursions, and they miss out on a lot of things in life.
Their parents might be gambling and it just sinks into the son's heads and makes them do whatever they want to do. So the parents, if they do it, the kids are going to do it.
If their parents are gambling, then maybe they won't be able to pay for their school lunches, excursions to school, clothes, like maybe it was around Christmas presents.
And they know their parents ain't home at the time, so they just run amok on the streets if they want.
Gambling's so easy nowadays because, you know, you don't have to even run to a tab anymore. You know, you can just stay on your lounge room and bet and spend lots of money. So easy just to sit at home and bet on horse races, dog racing and footy, all that kind of stuff. It's bad, it's devastating.
Gamblers do end up as losers, and with this being the family and the kids and that, they move away and they do the gambling and stuff. And by the time they do realise it doesn't get them anywhere, they might win once or twice, and then in the end they still end up with empty pockets. And the first thing they do, they end up back with family. Now that's the effect of the family, because then they're a weight. The only ones that win the gambling are the people who run it, not the individual. All it does is cause trouble, fights, and of course, if you haven't got any money in your pocket, you can't pay the bills.
Some people spend all their rent money, everything, or some people start stealing off their families, or getting loans off their mums, dads, uncles, cousins.
Mother and son, they go to the pokies and tee them up on the same machines and that. Yeah.
I've heard statements, you know, of gambling addicts that stated something along the lines of, well, once I was in front of the machine, everything disappeared. There was a peace. I had control of my life, so to speak. And then when we get that contrast of a child that, you know, maybe needs some cuddles and hugs, but mum's too busy down or dad's too busy down doing their thing, then all of a sudden we can have a reality check quite quickly. That will enable me to be able to hopefully influence the gambler to make some serious changes, or at least clear the cloud so the light can get through in some way, shape or form.
I've heard of someone that went to the pokies and ended up winning 10 grand, and then throughout the week he went and put it all back in the machines and lost all his money.
So you know it's wrong. And if you know it's wrong, seek help. And if you can't talk to someone in the family, there are people out there in the community that actually are there just for you, you know, the gambler.
If I actually do know the person personally, you know, if they're a 10 out of 10, I'm really close with them, then I'm going to say to them, look, I think you've been gambling, or tell me about your gambling, and I broach that subject pretty much head on because of the quality of the relationship.
I'll take him out to like the beach and, you know, I'll just sit down and have a talk to him and tell him, you know, enough's enough, your family's getting broken over it, you know.
I'll go up to him and say, hey bros, it's time to quit and let's move on. Keep your heads up, help him achieve what he wants to do, and let's go, bro, move away. This is not the kind of thing we want to do. Help him, support him in that.
So it's a matter of looking at the family as a whole, then breaking it down into the individual to see what the individual is doing. You're always kind of gathering or assessing information from other members. It could be it could be a payday.
Gambling is just so addicting. It's like a drug. People start ignoring their own families, friends, not going home late at night.
If you can go to the club and put $10 in, and you're doing it with family and friends and stuff, and you're not hiding it, obviously you do know that it's okay. But you know, you have got to know your limits, and you know, unless you're a multi-millionaire and you can afford it, you know, you're crazy. You really are, because in the end, you just end up a loser.
And it's a very slippery slope. So all of a sudden, you know, whether it be, you know, police involvement because of domestic violence, or child removal because of neglect, where, you know, we've seen cases where both parents have gambling addictions. Who are the resources that you've got available? Who can you lean on? Who are the trusted friends? If I was looking at using the word hope, it's hoping that the gambler will see with different eyes.